Welcome to our first virtual family day workshop. As we don't have the gallery space to inspire us today, we are using a brilliant art material that we can all get our hands on, and that's cardboard. Today I'll be showing you how to make an animal mask out of cardboard. We'll be using the cardboard in many different ways to find different textures by cutting, tearing, bending and shaping the cardboard. I've been playing with a few different animal heads to choose one that I can make with you today, and I've chosen the cat. This is a pile of the materials that we're using. Okay, so to make our mask, we're going to try and find as many different textures of cardboard as we can find. So we'll be using cardboard in many different ways, and by taking apart an old cardboard box, you can find many different textures. So you can see by tearing the top surface of the cardboard, it reveals like a corrugated texture, and it leaves a smooth set texture that you can also use. What you do is take a ruler and scrape the surface of the cardboard to create a scuffed and a rough texture that also makes a different surface. If you take a small piece of paper and you roll it up, cut, you can make a texture of whiskers or feathers or whatever you might want to use. So spend a good amount of time just experimenting with different cardboard textures that you can find and make a huge bank of different materials that you can use. Under the base of this mask, there's a cardboard structure that we can use to build on. To make this, we're taking 2 long strips of cut cardboard. We take one strip and we bend it to take the rigidity out of the cardboard. We use that to measure up the size for around the head. You take it off and you staple it. One at the bottom, one at the top. You take your scissors and cut the excess off, and take some masking tape to secure the ends. That's your first part of your headpiece. The next piece is your second long strip of cardboard that you've bent, and you attach one end to the base using staplers. And then you take that over the front and secure it with a long piece coming down. Now, if you can see this piece, I've made the back of the cat's head and a long flat nose shape at the front of the base of the mask. If you take the piece you've just made and bend the long piece back up and staple it, we bend the long piece out the front around to make the flat nose shape at the front of the cat's mask, which we staple into place. Now, that's the base for our mask. We're going to draw out a cat's face, and then that will be broken up into the different sections. Take some large pieces of old cardboard that you can use to cut the shapes of the different sections of the face. So you've got your basic shapes. I'm going to use an oil pastel so you can see the shapes I've just drawn. Take our scissors and use this large piece for the first section of. Spend a good amount of time playing around with your different textures, because we can make a really interesting mask by including as many different textures as possible. So here's the top part, and got a top part. We've got two cheeks that go underneath the eyebrows. Then we have the scratchy pieces to make the jowly bits. And we pop the little chin, slide it under there. We'll take a nose and we'll pop the nose on like this. And I've used some white cardboard here for the eyes. And I've spent a good amount of time playing around with these different textures to put together an assortment of textures that will make the mask's face. Next, we're going to be taking your different sections and stapling them onto the base. Once you've put all of the pieces together on the base of the mask, you can have some fun playing around with your small bits of different texture for the final touches.
Action.
I hope you have a great time making these masks, and maybe see you again soon.